actually orbiting.
Yeah, genuinely, the last month has been really intense for me. So it might as well been a year.
Yeah.
Get it off your chest, get them off your back. Get your compulsions back on track. Stick it to the strikes, tell them take a hike. Join your obsessive compulsive dyke.
Hello, and welcome to Obsessive Compulsive Dykes.
My name is Anna.
My name is Megs.
And
today,
my gender of the day is like a really silly child. Like my inner child / teenager is really out to play today. I feel it strongly. I was listening to Ultraviolet from Angus, Thongs and Perfect Snogging on my way here. And I was just like jamming on the street and people were looking at me as they always do. Whether I be jamming or not because, you know, look at me.
Look at you.
Yeah. But anyways, and it was just really fun. And it's always so nice when people look at you and smile. But there's also weird. That's so weird as well because before I started jamming, I was literally just walking in this outfit that isn't at all scandalous. Do you know what I mean? Like ooh, a little bit of belly maybe, but like calm down, you know? There was
shins for days.
Yeah. Hairy legs, even though they're blonde. Maybe that's what irritated this woman. But there was this woman who was like, this happens to me a lot, who just like looked at me. And then I looked at her and I smiled and I was like, and she didn't smile back and then she just looked away and I was like, and I started laughing because I was like, I don't know. I feel above it all today. I feel like,
good
and
for
she's
you.
just like, and I'm like, how sad for you that you are so serious. But you know what? I just found out that life really isn't that serious, and I'm ready to have some fun.
Yes,
you know.
I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, exactly. But not in a spiteful way where I'm like actually annoyed. In a way where I genuinely like. I don't care.
That's so good.
That's where I'm at today.
That's where you need to be. I wish that we could all be like that every day.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, wow. My gender of the day today is a present. Like a present that's perfectly wrapped. And it's bulging at the paper. Like, you know, it's like, oh my God, what is in there?
Somebody's been wrapping it for a long time.
For a long time. Just layers and layers and layers. And inside there's fucking nothing. But we're not going to know that yet. No, I'm just kidding. It's a mystery of what's inside. It's like bulging at the thing. You're like, oh my gosh, it's like Christmas Eve. Can I just like take a tiny bit of the paper off? That's how I feel. Something big is coming.
There's nothing inside.
No, there is. I was just joking that like someone's wrapping it for ages.
I was like, this seems like an insanely complex way of telling me that you're not okay.
I'm trying to ask for help. Think twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I can't wait to open it up. And get inside.
Stop that right now. Not in the studio again. The cleanup job last time.
I just have no filter today or any day.
Neighborhood Watch. We've got so much because we haven't seen each other in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Which for us is a really big deal.
Yeah, it's basically 6 months as we've established.
What do you want to go first, the Neighborhood Watch?
No, I want you to go first.
Okay, settle in. Here's the picture. I'm at Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
I forgot. I literally forgot that whole thing happened. I've also been there, but that was like January now. So like I'm like literally in November. So I don't know.
We went to the Fringe Festival, but we went separately. We tried to sort of make it happen to all be there at the same time, but it didn't work out. But that's okay because it means now we get to have this moment.
Yeah.
At the Fringe Festival, I watched a load of gay shows. I watched Fag Hag by Dylan Mulvaney. Thank you, in the studio. Dylan Mulvaney. And I also watched Diary of a Gay Disaster. Incredible. I also watched... I don't know. I'm trying. Like, why am I actually going to this?
I don't know, but you know, I'm sure they are going on somewhere else. So you know, you're really doing it for the community right now.
I truly am.
Small creatives helping each other.
That's damn right.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw Yuck Circus. That was also very queer.
Did you see Testo?
No.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I really wanted to see Testo.
Yeah, but you didn't.
But I didn't because I'm currently reading Testo Junkie, the book.
Yeah.
And it's fucking boring. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh right.
I'm on like chapter 6.
Yeah. So
and
you were like. All things transmask, not for me.
Well, you'd think that, but that's where my story gets interesting.
Okay.
So, Queer Planet as well, I saw. That's my friend.
Oh, I saw that as well.
Oh.
Yes.
Have you met Vicarious George?
Yes, I have, because on your birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, great. Oh God, I love how small the community is.
Yeah, and I was at the front row. I got brought up on stage and everything.
Oh,
it was
what were you
brilliant.
brought up on stage to do?
To just warm the penguin.
The penguins?
Yeah.
I did that too.
No way!
Oh
of
my
course.
God.
We're so in sync even when we're not together.
Even it's like...
When was your period? I'm kidding. No, actually,
we're not
kidding.
kidding.
When was it?
I don't know, but I'm definitely ovulating currently.
Okay.
Well,
I just came off, so maybe we're a bit...
It's because we've spent 2 weeks apart. Our bodies are confused.
Yeah.
Fuck. We really need to remedy
we'll
this.
Figure it out.
I went to see a show, and then you know how you get in with like the people at the Fringe because we're all gay and we're all hot. So everyone then became friends. We all went out. We're going out. It's like turning into like, by day I'm doing the Fringe Festival. By night I'm doing the Fringe Festival.
Pause. Let me just reiterate. The Fringe was a long time ago, but we really haven't seen each other in a long time.
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah. We just want to reiterate that so you don't think that there's like huge time lapses that don't exist. Anyways. We got to safeguard ourselves here, babe.
Of course.
People are going to come for us if we don't.
Yeah, people are going to come for us.
Like, you said every week! Yes!
The night became this kind of insane thing where we'd like stay out until 5 a.m. and I'd like wake up again at like 9 a.m. Honestly, it was like a fever dream. I felt like I was at university. I felt like I had 3 years there. It was freshers, a university experience I've never experienced anyway.
I'm so jealous. I was like bed at 11. After the last show, I was like, I'm absolutely emotionally and physically exhausted. I need to go to bed.
For sure. I think if I had not been like delirious with like the I don't even know, the drug of
sure.
adrenaline and like novel experience, I wouldn't have been able to stay up that late. And it did fuck me over for like the last day, I guess.
Yeah.
But then I was going out, I was in the evening, and I was out. Wait a second, I had to decide how much this story I'm going to tell.
Much. Go for much.
So there was a specific... I can't tell that part.
No, you have to now.
No, I can't tell that part because... And I will but I think that would be a step too far. So there was a possibility of something.
With you in a person?
Yes.
We're talking about flirtation.
We're talking about flirtation station.
You've not made that clear.
Oh, God. If it's about me,
but yes.
It's about flirtation.
For sure.
So that's
this entire pod. Let's be real.
Real. And if we're anything, we're real.
Yeah.
And it's the 26th of November today.
Yeah.
And anyway, then I met some other friends, things, what energy wasn't necessarily aligning. It was not necessarily all coming together. Met some other friends. In those friends, for some reason, one person...
Wait, I'm sorry. You were on a date and the energy wasn't aligning.
No.
Then you met some other friends.
I was out. No, we were all just out. It's the Fringe. Everyone's out.
I've realised that, yes.
Yeah, sorry. No date has happened. It's all very...
Okay.
We're just all hanging out.
Yeah.
Then some other people come with like a group of friends I've been seeing while I've been there. Somebody who I've never met before. And I think, oh my God, who are you? And I can't believe I'm telling this story. Then it's like instant. When you're like, oh God, we actually really want to fuck each other.
Oh!
God, I live for the feeling.
No, yeah.
So,
and the energy is just so apparent, and you're just looking at each other and like, why can't we look at each other normal? Like, why is like our eye contact different to normal eye contact?
Yeah, why am I being penetrated?
I'm looking at you the same thing I'm looking at this person, but your eyes are like
impregnating me.
Yeah.
I just love talking to you about this because we're both the same. We're like, for some reason, 15-year-old boys who've like just been through puberty for the first time. Like, I don't have no control. I don't know how we're going to live our whole lives. So then we are like dancing. We're doing the classic thing when we're walking around. We're like walking separately and chatting and just like going deep diving into each other's minds.
Yeah.
Then, we're dancing. Kind of, we're drinking. We're like, well, I say we're drinking. I had one drink. I don't want to get the impression it was messy and anything like that.
No.
So then this person says,
famously, you are the raging addict out of the two of us. Everybody knows.
Everybody knows. This person then says, we need a nickname. Wait, what's the nickname going to be? Everything I can think of is so recognizable that it's like, it wouldn't be a safe choice. Let's say.
I really hope I know of this person somehow.
I'll tell you off pod. Right, we're going to call them Base.
Okay.
So, Base.
Is there a reason?
I'll tell you off pod.
Oh, okay. Right.
So, Base comes up to me and says, oh, I think we're probably going to head home soon, or maybe I think I might want to go home soon. At which point I'm like, just say it.
We both know what's happening here.
Yeah.
Like, we know this isn't like, we're not like in the city where we both live, where we're like, okay, yeah, let's edge this for like 2 weeks. It's like, no, it's now or never, Base. It's now or never.
It's now or never. And your line is going to be, oh, I think we're going to kind of go home soon. Whatever. I then say, do you want to just come back to mine then?
Oh, thank
because
God.
Somebody's got to fucking say it.
Thank God. And why is it always us?
It's always
Why is it always us?
It's like the people who are announcing how toppy they are don't know how to top.
Yeah.
And all of that just gets pushed to the second place, which is us occasionally talking about how toppy we are. And we actually got all the top energy in the will.
Yeah.
Those people just got like the estate. They didn't actually get any of
We're also very ballsy. It's like, I think like maybe you can top when like you've established that somebody wants you, but we are happy to take a risk. We are happy to be the people when there's still plausible deniability to take the step to be like, let's be real.
Yes.
You know, where you could be rejected. Whereas the other tops are like, I don't want to be rejected. Once I know that you want me desperately and you need me like you need air, then I will top you. Whilst we are like, do you know what?
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's flip a coin.
Let's flip a coin. Yeah.
So I say, are you coming back to mine then?
Mm-hmm.
I see them in their face go,
I also really love it when like, there's something so attractive in like the vulnerability of like seeing somebody's like flicker of panic when they like try to keep their cool, and then you see them being like, and you're like,
yeah, you're like, I fucking got you.
Yeah.
Yes. Then because as well, they spent the whole, like, they're very much like, if you're not watching us on video, then you're going to have to watch a video to get a thing of that.
It makes us doing the rolling the dice between your hands thing.
Oh my God! Wait, so I can't. Okay, so then I'm like, cool. I call us an Uber. I'm really doing the most at this point.
Yeah.
The Uber is £9. My God, I love Edinburgh. No, it just how amazing is that?
I just loved how like
the OCD is coming through.
No, but
then we walk 16 steps out of the door, up the thing, across one level, and we walk northeast.
Sorry, we walked across 2 levels. Just clarifying.
Then we get in the Uber. Oh, no, we don't get in the Uber. Oh, God, I can't believe how much detail I'm going into.
Yeah.
So we get to the thing. Bear in mind, we've not actually physically interacted at this point. We just
You've not
have had the energy. No. And then we get to where the Uber is going to pick us up. I turn around to face them and be like, oh, the Uber's going to be here. They grab me and kiss me. To the point where I'm like, oh, that's actually so much. Maybe you're now trying to overcompensate.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no.
It was fine. It was good. I was very consensual, but it was like, oh, God, you've really come from 0 to 100. It was like, I've got to do something.
Yeah.
So then that was funny. Then satisfyingly, I heard the Uber rounding the corner and I pulled out the kiss, and then the Uber rounded the corner. I thought, fuck me, I'm brilliant. Now I'm not going to get like a 1-star homophobic Uber review necessarily. So these are the thoughts.
What a depressing thing that you had to think about.
Yes, that's
situation.
True.
Yeah.
But let's try and laugh.
Yeah.
Then we got in the Uber, fine, chatting, which I always find so funny to talk when you've kissed, to be like, no, we've actually kissed. Like, we should be talking about how funny that is to 2 strangers. Then we go.
Yeah, it's always so weird. It's
yes,
like, we don't know each other, and we chatted before, and now we've kissed.
Yeah,
and now like
we're just pretending it's normal.
Yeah, exactly. But I think maybe that is like, you don't have to talk about it or over explain it, but like, because of who we are and how we function, we are wanting to like over communicate and be like, should we just like acknowledge that the vibe is different now? Like, there's some things that shifted in the air because we just kissed, and now we're talking like we didn't kiss, but we know that that's happened and probably going to happen again. Like, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But then if you said that to someone, they'd be like, get the fuck out of my Uber.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. We went back. ... You know,
yeah,
a lovely time.
Yeah,
a lovely time indeed.
Oh, I can't believe I didn't get more than that.
Oh, well, I tell you everything, the juicy details. But
Yeah, for sure.
the crazy thing is... And
But
this
the dot was like...
was...
You like...
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got fucked. Yes, exactly. Not before I had obviously done some charitable donation myself.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Then we, all very lovely. And what, I love about queer interactions of any kind is just like it's like you're like best friends immediately. Like you're like holding each other and be sweet. But it's also like obviously a one night stand.
Yeah.
It's like whatever.
Yeah.
But also anytime I see with any queer person, I'm like, I think we could really make a go of this. I think maybe it's a sign we got brought together.
And you only sleep with queer people, so that's also so funny. So essentially everyone person you sleep with, you're like...
Okay, so you have to like them enough to want to do that with them, number one. Yeah. Well, I do. Then number two, if you like them that much, then like...
For sure. I think in the past, I have just like sometimes maybe slept with people that I was like... Whoops, I don't know, I'm just going with it. This is happening. And then I'm like, whoa, maybe I didn't like you enough to make a go out of this. But like, I think I've come to a space now where I'll only sleep with people who I would make a go of it. I don't know why I'm explaining this. This isn't my time. Tap out.
Tap out. No, I love it.
Bye.
Bye. It's been so good to have you. Come again. Then this person falls asleep in my arms. Bass is falling asleep. I'm hearing them snoring. Then I go to sleep. We wake up in the morning. It's all very like... kind of functional. We've got a Fringe to get to. They already knew they were having to get
also
up.
there to like watch things?
Yes. Yeah. And they've also got to check out of where they're staying in the morning. So it's just a bit get up and go.
Yeah.
I am like thinking back to, like an hour and a half ago when we were awake.
Oh my God.
I mean, or like, I don't know, 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And then being like, oh yeah, what a sweet time. Like not just sweet, but decidedly had a nice sweetness to it. Yeah. And then they are like, well, I'm going to go. I hope you have a really good life. Hugs me and says that.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
At least, like, it's not even like, it's just weird. 'Cause, listen, in this situation... I was going to say, like, at least have the decency to pretend that we're going to see each other again. But then I'm like, no, that's not even it. Like, you're both two queer people who obviously enjoyed the theatre if you're not both in that world. Like,
yes.
You might see each other again anyways.
Yeah.
And, like, why end this beautiful time with that insanity? Just give me a kiss and be like, see you around. Maybe we will never see each other again. But, like, that's such a weird thing to say.
100%.
That sounds like... Sorry, I'm sick of people who are trying to avoid rejection to the point where they are just, like... not vulnerable or like doing because that's what that sounds like to me.
Yes,
that sounds like being like
good.
Yeah, and be like, oh, have a nice life, because it's like, oh, you are afraid that I'm gonna say we might not see each other again, so you just wanna beat me to it because you feel insecure about rejection. Or
yes.
What's the vibe here? And I'm like, it's okay if you never want to sleep with me again, and it's okay if I never want to sleep with you again, but we
don't need to finish things off by saying have a nice life.
Exactly.
Not only the ridiculous like concept of that sentence as it is, have a nice life, but also the fact that it's a canon line to say. Like it's an established fuckery to say that.
Yeah.
So like why if you genuinely meant that, why wouldn't you like have a lovely rest of your week and like I hope you enjoy the next part of your life?
No, it's clearly angled in a way. Like it's not coming from actually wanting you to have a nice life.
Yes. It's like I'm shutting the door in your face.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, what's the need? But then I think you and I are both very secure people.
We worked hard to get there though.
That's true. I wonder how many people I've told to have a nice life before I got to this moment and forgot all about my past.
Yeah, I recently had a conversation with somebody who refused to be honest with me, and it's so annoying when you've worked so hard on yourself and like worked so hard to get to the point where you are vulnerable, and when you're trying to be honest with somebody and be like, hey, so like this is how I feel, and like that maybe made me feel insecure, but it's okay, and blah blah, and then they're just like, I don't even fucking care. Do you know what I mean? And you're like, okay, and it's like, I don't know how what to do with this.
Yeah, what can I do with that?
What can I do with
we're
this?
not on the same field. You're
Yeah.
playing croquet and I'm playing ice skating.
Exactly. I love playing ice skating. It's my favourite sport.
I don't know anything about sport.
No, that's okay. I used to be an ice skater when I was a kid, but then I quit. This leads us nicely onto my Gayborhood watch,
Yay.
which is what I've been dealing with this past month/year, which is rejection. Bum, bum,
Bum, bum, bum.
We already know that, you know, a couple of weeks back, I was rejected by Slick. If you've not listened to that, go back. I'm having loads of humbling experiences, and I think it's different because where do you tie your self-worth, you know?
Yeah, external or internal.
Yeah. And if it is external, is it to your likability or people fancying you, or is it your acting career? For me, all. And in all of those, I'm also being extremely rejected.
Oh, darling.
But thank God, I also am a bit secure, and I have my self-worth also tied up in the fact that I have abs, and they aren't going anywhere because I'm still going to the gym. So
That really is keeping you up there. Like your six-pack is like the pole on which your tent is just balanced.
Genuinely. They said you need to create a base and a core to be able to hold yourself up. You need a foundation. And I said, okay, I will build one. And that's what this is.
Oh my God. Do you want to get it out for the camera?
No. It's on my Instagram, guys. It's all over it.
It's all over it.
But I've been actually quite rejected left, right, and centre. But it's been okay. You know, I really tried.
You're talking about it on the pod.
Yeah. I had when I was at the Fringe, very different experience. A lot of going to bed early. I was there with somebody who I used to date ages ago.
Classic. So it could have been anyone in England.
Yes. And she's now, you know, a stepdad. She's fully she's married, stepdad, and, you know, was consistently just FaceTiming with her wifey, just like from bed. It was really great.
That's really cute.
It was very sweet. And we had a great time. And we were both like, it was giving old. We were both like, when we were out after, we were like, let's go out tonight. And then after the last show at like 11 p.m, it was like,
let's go home.
We're gonna go home. The only reason I wouldn't have gone home if I was able to fuck this comedian that I really wanted to sleep with.
I think we should say it. I think we should say it because I think that's fair game.
Do you think, name the comedian?
I think so.
Oh, that is fair enough.
Yeah.
Ashley Gavin, if you hear this, why didn't you want to fuck me? Why did you not want to fuck me? Did I not try hard enough? No, maybe I wasn't as transparent as I usually am. But you know what? I didn't feel like I could be because you weren't really giving off any of those vibes. It was all very professional, and I really didn't appreciate that. You were treating me like any of those other like 19-year-old fans with like short TikTok hairstyles, and I'm like, I'm 27 and really attractive. I'm not like
other girls.
Granted, I have listened to most of the podcast that she runs and stuff like that. And
obviously you do still desperately want to fuck her, even though she
Do you know what? At this point, I found myself having an aversion to even listening to her podcast afterwards because I felt so rejected.
That is so...
But I think I was also desperate to be validated.
By Ashley Gavin.
Yeah.
As an actor, as a podcast host, as a human being.
As a human being. And I think, you know, I wanted us to banter and like crack some jokes and for her to be like, you're really funny. And for me to be like, I know. You know what I mean? I knew you'd appreciate that about me. And that it would all be great. But, you know, it really wasn't. She did hold my hand during her set, though. Because she said something that wasn't a joke. It was just part of a lead up to a joke. But because of my trauma, I found it extremely funny and started laughing loud as fuck. And nobody else did. But you know when you don't clock that nobody else is going to laugh at this?
Yeah,
like I just like instinctually started laughing because she was like, after I broke up with my first girlfriend or something, I gave her my dead dad's hat. So funny, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, ah! Because like when I've broken up with an ex, I like have gone through a charity shop and found a shirt and been like, they're really gonna like this, and just bought it. And it's like, what are you doing?
Sweetie.
Yeah. And it's like, it's funny because it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that is funny.
So that's why I thought it was really funny. But it was apparently part of a lead up because like much later on in the set, spoiler alert, she talks about how she then asked for this hat back or something.
I got it.
But I started laughing really loudly, and you know, all attention was drawn to me. And she looked at me and she was like, "What? Like what?" And then she comes up to me and I'm like, "Oh no, you don't need to," because I'm like, I thought she was gonna like check in that I was okay, and I was like, "No, I'm obviously fucking fine. Like this is not a big deal."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh no, you don't need to." And then she goes, "Shut up!" And then she holds my hand. She was like, "I have to do this." And then she's just stood there, keeps doing her set, holding my hand. And then I start, because that's just like what I do when I hold people's hands, I think. I start like going like this with my thumb. I start stroking her hand with my thumb. I don't notice that I'm doing it, but that's obviously a very intense thing.
That's so intense.
It's very intimate.
Imagine just being
very
like...
intimate gesture.
Ooh.
Anyway, so I start going up and down with my thumb, and then she's like, "Oh my god, what are you doing? Stop doing that!" And then she yanks her hands away, and then she continues her set, and then I'm left, and I'm just like, "This isn't gonna happen." Is it?
You are never, ever fucking Ashley Gavin. Oh my god!
And I'm okay with that. I don't even know if I fancy her or if I just want to fuck a comedian.
Yeah. Oh god, I hear you.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, you're on stage. Everybody looking at you. Everybody wants you. Maybe I want you. But
Yeah.
maybe I don't want you when it's just you and me behind closed doors. You know?
Yes. We've all been there.
Yeah. Anyways, I go up to her after the set and I'm like, that was great, and blah, blah, blah. And then we just have a little chat, and it's all very professional, very like,
Yeah.
you know,
She's
very
also
like
American.
distant. Yeah.
Which is like different humour as well.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Anyways, it didn't go
Fuck.
well for me. That was also rejected. But here's the thing. That was also like, I have quite good chats. I'm a good banterer. I've got good riss, if you will. Just adding in some of that Gen Z language to just establish where we are
so
today.
Home to you.
Yeah. But as you can tell by how easily it comes to me, how comfortably I use that language.
It's just part of your vernacular.
It is. And then, but I was in that situation. I was just like, I was shooting blanks. Like it was nothing was hitting home. I was throwing things and they were landing like
In the outfield.
Sweden. Do you know what I mean? Like it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. She didn't even see it. Like it's.
Yeah,
you know,
she
it was
blinked
not
when
good.
you threw it, and then
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
what are
Or
you gonna-
maybe she saw that I threw it, which would have been even worse. Because she would have been like, okay.
Oh god, this really is
Yeah.
rejection season for you.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? I told my mum about this on the phone. There was nobody around for me to talk to, and like everyone was busy except for my mum, who I called, obviously.
Yeah.
And
You act
bless
like you
my
don't
mum.
call your mum regularly anyway. Your mum often
call my
is the
mum.
first person you call.
No, she's the first person I called.
And that
Yeah.
is lovely.
Yeah. And then I was on the phone with her and I was like, ugh. And everyone, she was like, maybe this is like a sign, like maybe this is what you need, like as the universe right now, as being like, you need to like just take care of yourself and like, you know, find that comfort in yourself and all of that stuff. And I'm like,
Yes. You don't need to.
you don't need, and everything doesn't need to come from an external place. But at the point I was like, I get it. Thank you. I get it. But like, can I please have like somebody pet my head for 5 minutes? Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, I want to be able to like hold my own, but I think I can most of the time. Are you telling me I should never ask for help?
No, you definitely
Yeah.
should. It's definitely a balance.
Yeah. I started just like throwing out punches and being
Yeah.
like, what do you want from me?
Oh, darling.
Yeah. What lessons do I still need to learn?
Yes.
I'm just always learning, and aren't we all? And that's the purpose of life. What else is the purpose? We just learn
To
till we
fuck
die.
Ashley
and then-
Gavin. That is the other purpose of life. And seeing as you
Yeah.
fucked that one up, you're
Yeah,
going to
I
have to
might
learn
as well.
lessons forever.
Yeah. Clit screen.
We watched Vita in Virginia, and I fucking loved it. Well, I say fucking... I loved it on the scale of, as in, as much as you can love a film that is a sad lesbian film.
Right,
But
right.
it's like the top tier of like that genre.
I'm going to go ahead and disagree strongly. Yeah, strongly. I had realised when I started watching it that I have watched this before.
You have?
But not fully through, because I watched a little bit and I was like, what is this? Turned it off.
Fuck me.
Yeah. I don't believe it.
Got it.
I think the sex is so performative, and it's just like, I'm like, why? You're trying to like portray something as like revolutionary, because it's like the whole thing about Virginia being like a lesbian and never having had an experience and thinking she was asexual, but then being like, oh no, I'm actually just gay. And like, but she's just like, super passive and like, and it's just like
she just lays there,
and their whole relationship is like so like intellectual in like a wonky way where they're just like. What bothered me more than anything, and I'm gonna need my phone for this in a second. But I'm gonna explain it first. Is the fact that the sound design, the music they have chosen for this, it's like a contemporary GCSE drama play. Where they are like in the transitions, just like walking across the space. Do you know what I mean?
What is it? Comparable?
I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
We're gonna hear.
No copyright intended.
Imagine, I'm setting the scene. You've seen a contemporary drama. The dialogue is kind of like minimal, where people are like, it's a love story, and they're just like, they'll like end the dialogue in a really like random way, where they're just like, have you got the milk? And then it cuts to black. And then like they put on a different type of lights, and this comes on. And they start walking across the space, setting up for the new scene. New scene almost done. Lights up. Hey. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I totally see what you mean.
I was so bothered by it. I'm like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
It's so transparent, and I'm just here. Like I've been in that place so many times. I've walked across that space so many times
to that music,
to that fucking like. I swear I walked across the space to that exact music. Anyways, that really bothered me.
I enjoyed it because I was like, it's spoilers. No one dies. I know that's like such a low bar, but as well in the famous story about a woman who famously dies.
Yeah.
She didn't. So that was great.
She did at some point.
But after the film.
Yeah.
Also, it's a true story, which I just like. It's cute that it's true, and then you can be like, hee hee.
Yeah.
I liked the fact that everyone in that film was poly. Like, everyone was in open relationships.
Yes.
All these, like,
you know what? Fair point.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought that was enjoyable. And the only thing that I thought was annoying was they cast, like, Virginia as this kind of like very pale, very fair, like blonde woman, very tall and like, you know, slender. And then they cast Vita as this kind of, she was sort of like just also fair and white, but also just with like a brown bob. And it's like, these are the two women that exist. And then in real life, Vita is like very androgynous looking, like quite like stereotypically like masculine features. Very much more like somebody that Orlando would be written about.
Yeah.
And also dark. Like, I don't know about Vita's ethnicity, but it's ambiguous. And then Virginia is a brown-haired woman. Like, and I'm like, why are
Virginia's
we pushing?
Always cast like super slim and super tall though.
Slim and tall, fine. I don't know about that, but it's like she's not blonde. So why are we doing this whole thing? Why are we shifting everyone just like one Aryan step to the left? Like, why can't we just have had two actors that look like the actual people? It just annoyed me because I was like, the whole time I was like, this just isn't right. And like, this is such a story. There's a classic thing of like, why are people telling other people's stories?
Yeah.
Oh, it just pissed me off.
But was Vita not white? We don't know that.
We don't know. I don't know. But also, like, all the stuff in the film about, like, we're going to have to talk about her ancestors and where is she from? And, but, you know, there's a couple of mentions of it. So I'm like, I guess that lends itself to there's either mystery or ambiguity or she isn't white.
Yeah.
Fully. But
in which case, that's
fucking
really
annoying.
Fucking weird.
Yeah.
If they've cast a white woman.
Oh, very exhausting.
Yeah. We do got to check that Gemma Arterton is proper white. That's the actor.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah. Because we can't sit here and be like, they fucking casted her, and then she's like...
Actually, mixed race. Queer me out. Mm-hmm. Queer people should call their kids gender-neutral names.
As like a rule.
As like a... there's no excuse. Like, straight people, I don't know if you know about things.
Yeah.
But queer people...
Yeah.
What is the excuse?
No, to be honest, you're so right. And also... Not that you maybe are thinking about people fancying your kid before your kid is born, but gender-neutral names are the sexiest names. They are.
They are.
Robin.
Sexy.
Charlie. Okay.
Sorry.
I think that depends, maybe. If there's this man called Charlie, then maybe not. But if there's anyone else called Charlie.
Anyone else.
Yeah.
I just had a weird Charlie at school, so like I'm like, Charlie is...
Oh, got you.
If you name your kid, so I was watching Rose and Rosie, you know, the classic lesbian YouTube couple. If you don't know,
yeah. If you don't know, you're probably Gen Z. These are millennials.
Yeah, they are millennials.
Yeah, they're the true millennials.
Wait, let's put them together.
Yeah,
lovely. If you're not watching, then you need to watch to see what's happening.
If you're not watching, even if you are watching, you probably don't give a shit. Please continue.
So Rose and Rosie were picking out names for their second baby.
Yeah.
Which is exciting. Spoilers if you don't know that they're having another baby. And it just got me thinking about like, oh, okay, so what are we doing? We're just like, as in, not necessarily about them, but then I started thinking about other people I know who are having kids, and like they're calling their kids such beautiful names, but like so gendered and really like gendering the clothing and everything, and it's all very sweet. But it is just like, aren't we past this all? Yeah. I'm confused.
Yeah. Yeah, and like regardless, even if you give your kid a gender neutral name, if they want to change it like later on, that's all good. But like you can give them a neutral base.
Yeah, so that then they can. There we go, and then they can go from there and like never feel like, oh, there's a step in my way. Like if you call your kid something, if you call your kid Anna, for example, then you're saying, okay, I expect this of you.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, you're like, if you change your mind, then fine. And if you want to change your name, fine. But it's like, well, there would be nothing to even be fine about if my name just didn't have to be changed at all.
Yeah. But then should we also just strip names of gender?
That would be great. That is the best fix possible. Like, we just call all kids any names and no one comments on anything. Like, if you are now having a kid that's like AFAB and then you call it Boris, oh my god, what the fuck is going on in my brain? And we're staying with it. Sorry to all the Borises listening.
The gift wrap is just like unraveling at the seams.
There's like slime in there. It's actually just oozing out now. So yeah, Boris. And then no one's like, oh, what a weird name. A perfect world if it was just like Boris. Yeah, come on, get Boris over for dinner. Is it weird? The more I'm saying it, I'm actually like kind of thinking it's cute to call a girl Boris.
Yeah.
Boris, like the actual name, the sound of the name.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want Boris to come around for a sleepover? No, it's gone too far.
Yeah.
I've circled all the way back to base, if you will, and I'm not enjoying it again.
Bobby.
Yeah, but Bobby is gender neutral.
Yeah.
See how
No, I know, but I just like I've not moved on from that. I'm still thinking of gender neutral names.
Are you thinking of Bobby?
No, I'm not thinking of company, but I see what you mean.
Thank you.
Maybe I was in some world. Anyways.
In a way, I would love to know, I'd love to meet and possibly kiss the person who played Bobby in the West End.
I actually don't know who that is, so we're going to have to...
Does anybody in the studio know who?
Rosalie Craig.
In unison.
Rosalie Craig. Thank you.
Okay,
I would love that. Rosalie, if you're listening, then I would love to take you out.
I just need to ask you before we move on from this. Mm-hmm. If you were to change your name to anything, what would it be? For me, it would be Robin. Robin's
such a great name. Yeah. You look like a Robin as well. We've had this conversation with a Y.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, of course. So gay. What would I change my name to? Flame. Then there would be no doubt that I'm an Aries.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even need to meet me. You'd hear the name Flame and you'd be like,
do you know what? It works.
Oh.
Initially, I'm laughing a little bit because I'm like, oh God, queer people, man. Am I right? Mm. But equally, I'm like, great people, man. Am I
right? Call me Flame. This is Flame and Robin's podcast.
Yeah.
Flame and Robin. It's so good.
It is so good. Oh my god,
it's rebrand. Rose the Rainbow?
Yeah.
So it starts off.
Yeah.
Let me introduce you to my alter ego. The alter ego is just a really lovely picture. Like it's a picture of like an atmospheric against like a yellow wall.
Do we have pronouns for this person?
No.
Okay.
You're going to have to swipe.
Yeah. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, stunning.
Like sitting with it looks like an album cover. Like this is a backdrop to my new EP, Olivia Dean vibes, you know.
Very beautiful.
Yeah, very beautiful. A lot of orange.
I love it. Like this is, to me, this is like an ideal first picture. My favorite colors and just stunning. I don't understand. Let me introduce you to my alter ego. Is this not what you're like all the time? I would like you to be like that all the time.
Yeah.
I get along best with people who painfully self-reflect on every decision they've ever made. crying, smiling face, but in a cool way. That's so relatable.
That is really good. Yeah. It's really good.
There's not really a moment where I'm not painfully self-reflecting on every moment.
In a cool way and also in a kind way.
Yeah, and
I don't think we
do better.
self-reflect in a way where we're just like, oh no, oh God. It's more like, oh no.
I should do better.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
The crying, smiling face, crying through the pain, but in a good way.
Yeah.
In a cool way. Great. 27.
We love.
If anyone's going to love being 27, it's us.
It's us.
5'3". How do you feel about that kind of short king?
No, great. Yeah, great.
Lovely.
Is
it like the shorter the better for you?
Let me think. Here's the thing. I don't really have a preference, but like for some reason they are all 5'2".
Ah.
I actually don't know if they're all 5'2". I think that's just the median.
That's what it seems like.
If I add them all together and cut them
in half,
and cut them in equal lengths. If I add them all together and then cut them all
divide
equal,
them by how many of them there are.
Yeah,
they would
would be probably 5'10".
Every slice.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah,
fuck.
Meaning this is perfect for me. What's the profession?
Songwriter / vocal editor.
So,
oh my God,
was I right or was I right? That was the album cover. Yeah.
Oh God, you're good. How do you know about that? I need to listen to this person's music.
Yeah. Spiritual, love that. What else?
This is like, guess where this photo was taken, and it's like looking like some kind of sweet factory.
Standing in front of sweets and treats and posing. I don't understand.
I don't get it either.
Why this is? Guess where this is taken? In front of a sweet and treats
store. But is there like a famous one that we don't know about? Like,
I don't think so. I just think they didn't think this through, and I don't respect that.
No, I don't, and it's annoying because it's not
equally
even.
It's giving girls trip, like in a way, like the post and everything.
Yeah, it's not. Like, I'm not loving this overall.
No, me neither. Even though I post like that all the time, essentially they're just like hand in the air and like
smiling,
like, woo, kind of vibe.
I think it's like tongue out. Which, again, I think it's very hard to pull off a tongue out, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Don't you think? That's not really pulling it off.
No.
But we know that they can pull off sexy staring down the camera. Well, sexy staring off into the distance because they have dots up there.
Yeah.
Some profiles we see, we don't get a mix. And at least we're getting a mix.
Yeah.
Then, as seen on my mum's fridge. And this is like, honestly, making me feel straighter just by looking at it. Picture of this person with a peach knitted jumper on, and yes, I'm wearing a knitted cardigan, but I knitted this myself.
Oh, of course you did. It's beautiful.
I just finished it today.
It's very nice and soft.
Thank you. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, great. Whoa, quality.
Yeah, wow. It's really giving quality.
Yeah,
your finger's getting right through those holes.
Yeah,
onto the skin. No, it's fine. I want you to tear it apart.
Usually. Anyways. The turtle, it's a knitted pink turtleneck, and then smiling with like
leaning down into the camera.
Yeah, and like the background is just like sitting in a garden in front of like flowers. It's
really giving like, oh, we need to send Nanny a photo of you.
Yeah, this is like about the bride, and it's like a picture.
Oh my fucking God, yes. Green flags I look for. Making sure I eat something. Very relatable. Will listen to me talk about astrology. Well, there's nothing else I'm ever talking about. Prefer slow Sundays. Now I think I do, but now out of like defense, I want to be like, no, what if I want to do a run on a Sunday?
Yeah, for me, I get that too, because I've always had this weird thing whenever I'm dating somebody and then we're spending like the morning in bed. This is probably me, like the inner stress of me. I'll be like, this is so nice. And then I'll be like, but if that happens like over and over again, I'll be like, every time you're here, I just don't do anything done. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, it's your choice, babe. You could get up and like meditate if you wanted to.
Literally, you could get up and do anything. Yeah. And you're just being...
So maybe that's the part in you that's, being rebellious against this statement.
Yeah. Making
sure I eat something that's, great and funny. I can't relate because I'm always eating something.
Yeah. Because, that's you. And how is it going? Are we talking about your low FODMAP?
I'm not sure if we have, but it's going well.
Good.
Yeah.
Don't know why I said it like it was like a swear word. Your low FODMAP.
It is a little bit.
Caption this photo, and it's a photo of them in a fucking field again.
Sorry, in leopard print cycling shorts and a neon side bag.
It's giving attempt at Brat Summer.
No, it's giving American. Is this person American?
I'm going to say yes. I don't know, though. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think they definitely live in America.
Yeah, because that's the most American thing I've ever seen. It's so insane to me
Anyone's wearing
that so
leopard
many
print
Americans are
bicycle
chronically
shorts.
online, but they still dress so badly.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Maybe they're all looking at each other and they're all wearing this. Or they're all wearing that ironically.
I don't think they are, babe.
Bad times.
Yeah, bad times.
Facially, though, again, we're getting a good serve in this.
Yeah, I'd like to go to that forest.
Yeah. Maybe we can go together.
That's appealing to me.
Let's go.
The last
My Instagram
one.
story mostly contains, and then it's a video of their cat.
Right. That for me, no.
Red flag.
Yeah, I don't want to watch those stories.
No.
I hate it when people show me videos of cats or babies, and I'm like,
You were the only one who
Okay.
cares about that.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I want to see my friends' babies, but I'd like to see them in person.
Yeah.
I
But you
don't
know
need
when
to,
somebody's like, if it's your friend's actual baby, or but when somebody's like, look at my niece, somebody who you don't really know that well, who's like, look at my niece. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'm literally trying to have my lunch. Like, leave me alone.
Yeah. I'm trying to have my lunch privately,
always
looking at
somebody's
everyone's
like,
story
look at
on
my new
Instagram.
cat. Like, yeah, if it's a baby cat, what's that called?
Kitten. In Swedish?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my god, I almost just trapped a nerve. That was so
God.
stressful.
No, it's okay. The
If it's a baby cat, I want to see it.
Yeah.
But if it's a grown-ass cat that's like,
Just,
I don't know, like, playing with a toy, I'm like, I don't care,
Yeah. Respectfully. It's fair enough.
All in all, what I want to say about this is, it's just not good enough.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
There's such highlights in there. You've got the funny things. You've got the making sure we eat. We've got the nice photo at the beginning.
Yeah, we've got the thing about, like, self-respect and painfully self-respect.
So
You
funny.
know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. How can the highs be so high?
The bride
Yeah.
photo.
Hugely.
Away now.
Away.
What
Done.
did you think?
Yeah. What
What did
you
you
think?
even think?
No.
No.
Just because you
That's
thought it
also,
went well
though,
with...
American. Again, I'm like, I can see why you would do that as an American.
Got it.
I'm not. And
To
I'm not
all our
giving you
American
leeway.
listeners, let's
I'm
just
not-
say, maybe you're not all like this.
No, I know Americans, and they are all
My
like
best
this.
friend's actually American.
No,
They're all
I
like
mean,
that.
they're not all like this, but to a large degree they are.
God. It's
Yeah.
cultural.
Yeah,
I mean, you're
it is cultural.
you're being brought up in a whole continent. We've been doing this foot thing for so long.
I know, for such an insane amount of time. It's very comfortable.
It's lovely.
It's very grounding.
I agree, it's very grounding.
And connecting in a way that isn't like super intense.
Yeah.
Even though I like to connect intensely, but you know.
After the pod's over, we'll just
After
do
you
this
told
with
me you
every
fancied
one of
me
our
earlier in this
hands.
episode, I just couldn't be touching you anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's because you can feel in our eye contact. It's
Yeah.
so much more intense than if you stare down the camera.
Yeah.
That eye contact is very relaxed. And then look back at
This
me.
eye contact, it's like when Base was fucking you with their eyes earlier. Like, that's what's happening here.
Oh,
and I
God.
think it's about time we acknowledge.
I can't wait to tell you more of that fucking story
Yeah,
now. Let's
neither
get
can
off
I.
these
Anyways,
mics.
we've been obsessive compulsive dykes. I've been Anna.
I've been Megs.
No, I don't know. Go meditate, work on yourselves. If Ashiglavin doesn't want to fuck you. If she does, however, don't tell me about it. I'll be jealous. Bye.
Call me Ashley.
Get it off your chest, get 'em off your back. Get your compulsions back on track. Stick it to the strikes, tell 'em take a hike. Join your obsessive compulsive
I
dyke.
feel like you've come to see our show.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Watch the show.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
such
Very
good
They're my abs anyway.